Welcome back, adventurers, to Let's Play Resident Evil Real Survival. In the previous video, Chris learned that a virus was responsible for the tragedy that befell the researchers here at the mansion. A virus that was being studied at the behest of a local pharmaceutical company called Umbrella. And unfortunately, Richard Aiken is now dead. Another member of Bravo falls, and I think this time we might actually take the clip. Could have left it on him, but I had second thoughts. And what's in this room? Oh god, it's a zombie. Hooray for trigger reflexes. You don't mess with the trigger-happy Chris Redfield with the shotgun, and this is a shield door. We'll need the shield key for this. But fortunately we can just head downstairs and pick it up. We might have to head downstairs anyway at some point. We almost certainly will. Now what's in this room? Appears to be rather dark. One moment. Excuse me. Is there anything in this room? Yes, there is. Another clip. Nice. More handgun ammo for us. And a candle in the middle of the room. Now one thing I should mention is that in the time that Constant and Film were acquiring the license to the Resident Evil films, a shrewd publisher by the name of Marco Palmieri convinced Capcom to let one of his authors by the name of S.D. Perry novelize the Resident Evil games, and this room is too dark to see as you saw there. Maybe we might need the lighter for that. Now the S.D. Perry novels, in my personal opinion, having read all of them myself, there are 7 of them, 5 of them are based on the games, 2 of them are actually original novels penned by Perry herself. And let me tell you, she actually did a fantastic job in capturing the essence of Biohazard, especially with the material that she had at the time, considering that the series had yet to grow into its own. And farewell for now, Richard. We will be returning soon. But not right now. I actually enjoy reading the S.D. Perry novels. She actually adds her own touch to the Resident Evil lore. And in particular I like the second novel, Caliban Cove, which is the first original S.D. Perry novel in the series. Some people may not like it. I do like it, however. I think that it's a bridge between the events of Resident Evil and Resident Evil 2, and it was nice to see kind of the things that were happening in the in that time period. But now, I believe the lighter is in this room. Let me just check. None of these items are in here. The shield key is in here, and the lighter is in here as well. But we want the clip at the moment, because we want to combine the clip. There we go. And we want to exchange it for the lighter. Actually, we'll bring the shield key as well, because we are going back there anyway, and we're going to need it. But we won't be going in that room just yet. We're only going to be unlocking the not going to be going into the shield room just yet. And I must remember to I absolutely must remember to get the rest of those herbs from that plant room as soon as possible, as soon as I'm done with this. So back upstairs we go. Now, I will make mention of this. I personally have nothing against the works of Paul W.S. Anderson and Mila Jovovich in particular. And the work they did on the original Resident Evil film was actually quite good, considering that was a low-budget film in 2002. I just don't like the way the series ended, and I definitely don't like the way that they deviated so far from the atmosphere of the early Resident Evil games. I think a mistake that many film adapters make, especially Hollywood adapters, is that they try to approach this from a contemporary Hollywood filmmaker's point of view. And you can't do that with something as unconventional and atmospheric as Biohazard. You just can't. In particular, I was talking about Biohazard at the beginning in the previous video, and as I said before, the last few chapters, and Let There Be Light, in the last few chapters of Biohazard at the beginning is absolutely Swiss cheese. It doesn't match up with the events of the opening of the original Biohazard at all. And with this light comes more shotgun shells. Excellent. So the lighter came in handy after all. Where was I? Oh yes. The last few chapters of Biohazard at the beginning are pure Swiss cheese, but the first 3 or 4 chapters, I believe, capture the essence of what Biohazard, aka Resident Evil, is meant to feel like. And the shield key is used, and is now useless, so we can get rid of it. Yeah, the first few chapters of Biohazard at the beginning are certainly impressive, and they actually feel like the way the world of Biohazard should feel like. And that is something that I'm going to point out here, adventurers, because when I first saw Biohazard or Resident Evil way back in 1996, I never thought of this as a video game at all. I didn't know what a zombie was, I didn't know what Resident Evil was. In fact, I didn't even see the title the first time I saw this, so I had absolutely no idea what was happening. All I knew was that you had run into a mansion, and some of your friends were disappearing, and one of your other comrades was being killed by the zombie in a sitting room. That first experience with the first zombie encounter, I didn't know what a zombie was back then. All I saw was a bald man in a green jacket devouring another human being, and thinking, something is wrong with this. There is something fundamentally wrong with this person. And is there anything I need? Probably leave the clip and the Beretta down here. We don't need those. What we actually want to do is not there. We actually want to go back to the west wing of the mansion, which we can do from downstairs. Once we get those herbs, we will definitely be going into the no, we need to go to the other room, because you need to get the wind crest from the other item box. Because if you remember, still playing on real survival, so no cheating. But my childhood experience of the original Resident Evil was certainly unique, to say the least. This completely did not look and feel like a video game the first time I saw it. It actually looked and felt like a real mansion. A real mansion that you could actually walk through. A real mansion that you could actually physically be in. And that, in hindsight, is probably the main thing that people back in 1997 wanted from a live-action Resident Evil film. They didn't want, sure, pixelated polygons and pre-rendered backgrounds were certainly impressive back in 1996. But imagine if you could actually go through this place for real, to be lost in its corridors and hallways and shadows and not knowing what evils lurk at the heart of this mansion. Because the mansion is not your friend. The mansion is not your sanctuary. Everything in the mansion is out to kill you, but the mansion itself is just as much a threat to you as the creatures within it. So we need to escape this mansion as soon as possible, which hopefully we will be doing sooner rather than later. But for now, backtracking all the way back to the item box to get some key items, and I actually did not want to go to the item box as such. No, I did want the wind crest. The wind crest, I could put the extra herb in here because I am going to I probably should go to the plant room first. I'll leave the wind crest here for now. And yeah, I definitely should have gone to the plant room first. My mistake. Back the way we go. This game is still terrifying to me. I know, well, I should know that nothing is going to happen. Nothing is going to happen, and yet I still feel like something could happen. I still feel like enemies could attack you from the shadows or behind hidden corners at any given moment. Now, as you can see, the plant has been completely gone. Now we'll take the rest of these herbs, and then we'll take the wind crest, because it's probably a good idea to put that in the crest plaque as soon as possible, so we don't have to keep. I actually believe that's all the red herbs. Probably should have just kept the. That's the thing. Having to keep track of items. Probably should have just kept the. Oh no. There's some more items here. There are more green herbs. I'll actually leave those there for the time being. Now what we want to do is go back to this item box, get what we need from it, and then head back to the other side of the mansion. Because we have 3 crests, I believe. He had the Star Crest, the Sun Crest, and the Wind Crest. We still need the Moon Crest. Wind Crest. And I might take an extra. Feeling a bit paranoid, so I might take an extra mixed herbs just in case, because I'm feeling very paranoid at the moment. This game can do that to you. But as I was saying, we have 3 of the 4 crests that we need to open the door to get out of the mansion. And I'm going to leave those zombies crawling around at the top of the stairs in this wing of the mansion. There's no reason to kill them all at all whatsoever. This way, don't run into the table, Chris. I still enjoy playing Resident Evil from time to time, though it's better you play it and then you leave it for, actually, before we go into the other side of the mansion, I might as well use the armor key here. And it's now useless, and I should probably put an extra bullet into the shotgun. But actually, now I think about it, I'm gonna stop the video here, adventurers, and When we return, we shall explore this room and then head back to the shield room. Until next we meet.